Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to LeatherfaceMTG, and today we're going to try out Commander. Me and my buddy Hippie J here have two Commander Precon decks, and we're going to crack these open and test out the ever-popular format that is Commander. As we shuffle this deck up here, we'll go over the rules for Commander. You start with 40 life. If your commander deals 21 or more combat damage to any one player throughout the game, that player loses. Your commander starts in the command zone. You can cast your commander from the command zone for its mana cost, and every time you recast it from the command zone, you pay 2 additional colorless. You may return your commander to the command zone if it ever leaves the battlefield. We will be keeping life track through the spell table app, and we will be keeping commander damage with our nifty little spin downs that came with the box sets here. So I'll finish shuffling this up and we'll get right into the gameplay. Alright, now that we got those decks shuffled up, we're going to roll to see who goes first. I have the D20. So the first roll will go to Hippie. He got lucky, number 13. And I'll have a number 9. Hippie J, are you on the play?
Yeah, I will play first.
Alright. Let's draw and get this started. Are you keeping?
No, I'll be taking a mulligan.
Alright.
All I drew was land, and I'm pretty sure that's not a good sign.
I will be keeping.
Guess that means I could have played my commander easily, but probably nothing else.
Let's go ahead and take a look. Your commander is a 6-drop. You play an additional land on each of your turns. When a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. 5/5 Serpent. My commander is a 3-drop. He's a 2/2 human warrior with trample. Whenever Wyleth Soul of Steel attacks, draw a card for each aura and equipment attached to it. Cool beans.
What do I want to put on the bottom? How about this one? Okay. I think I'm ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and play an island, tap it, and then I'm gonna play Soul Ring. And then I will pass turn.
Alright. There we go. Alright, I'm drawing. I'm going to play a Stone Quarry, tapped, and pass the turn.
Okay. I'm going to untap, then tap my island and my soul ring to play compulsive research on myself. Target player draws 3 cards, then that player discards 2 cards unless they discard a land card. So, let me get 3. Okay, and pass turn.
Alright, untap, draw. Go ahead and play a mountain. Tap 2 to play Mask of Avacyn. And I will pass the turn. Oh, actually, let's see if spell table can figure that out. There it is.
Okay. It took me a second because it originally thought it was Demystify from Odyssey Block. So when you do an adapt, do you have to pay that as you play the card, or can you do that at any time?
I'm not familiar with the adapt mechanic.
Okay.
I think you play it as you... I think that's an additional mana cost.
Okay.
But let's find out.
Kind of sounds like you can do it ongoing. So, anyways, doesn't change what I'm about to do. I'm going to tap both my lands and then tap my soul ring for 2 colorless, and I'm going to play Sharktocrab.
Yes, you adapt as a sorcery, I believe. So yeah, you can cast the adapt function later.
Okay. So I played Sharktocrab. He has the same mana cost for his adapt 1, and then whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put onto Sharktocrab, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step.
Gotcha.
And then I will pass turn.
All right. Untap and draw. I'll go on ahead and play a mountain. And I'll just go ahead and bring the commander to the field. Wyleth, Soul of Steel. And then I will pass the turn.
I will go ahead and tap everything to do an adapt for Sharktocrab, and then his ability will tap your Yleth.
Okay. You have any dice or anything by chance?
Not on me. So what I'm gonna do is put.
You got a coin?
No, I'm gonna use a guitar pick.
Okay. Nice. That is 1+1+1 to counter.
And I hope I don't run out of jazz threes. Okay, so he's a 5/5, and I will attack you for 5.
Alrighty. I am taking 5 damage. Good play, sir.
And then pass turn.
Alrighty. Oh, he doesn't untap, right?
Yeah, during your untap step.
Alright. Alright, well, we're drawing.
I gotta say, I already like this format a lot.
It's very interesting. It's hard to rely on a single card whenever you only have a single card of it in your deck.
Yeah. It's kind of neat to have no doubles in your hand of anything, ever.
Yeah. Oh. Alright, so this card has some words to read, alright?
Okay.
But I'm tapping out, and I'm playing... I'll actually keep the commander over there. I will play Odric Lunarch Marshal. And reading into him, pretty much, if one of my creatures has an ability, then all of my creatures have that ability at the beginning of each combat.
Yeah. If it's one of those common abilities. Yeah.
Yes, so Yleth has trample. So when I move to combat, Odric now has trample. Yes. Unfortunately, he doesn't have haste, so I'll go ahead and pass turn.
All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing I did last turn and activate his adapt. And
you can only adapt once, because if you read, it says you can only adapt if he does not have a +1/+1 counter.
well, that sucks.
Let's look at it again. That's not a swamp from Canian Knights. Sharkdo Crab. If this creature has no +1/+1 counters on it, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So yeah, you can only adapt one time.
Well, that's crap.
So 5/5 is as big as he'll get as that.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is play Soul Ring to just put Swift Foot Boots on playing field.
1 sec. It is not. There we go. He figured it out now. Swift foot boots.
And then I'm going to play on Odric and return him to your hand.
Oh, damn. Alright.
And then I will attack you for 5 again.
I will take 5. It sounds like you live next to a drag pit.
It is a major street in Chicago, which are the same thing.
I guess.
And it's rush hour, starting like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's all good. Alright. Is that it, sir?
Yes, sir. I was only explaining for the viewers at home. You know where I live.
Okay. You are untapping everything, and I don't know why.
I lost track of who was doing what.
Okay.
Okay, pass turn.
Alright. My turn. I'll untap. He gets to untap. I'll draw. I'm going to go ahead and throw out... I'm going to go ahead and shoot the billy goats. 1, 2, free. I'm going to have to tap 3. I'll leave this one as is. Tap these 3, and I will play Ironclad Slayer. And I don't have a or equipment in the graveyard to bring back, but I will then play Boros Guildgate. It enters tapped, and when it enters the battlefield, I have to return a land I control to its owner's hand. So I will return the Plains. And I'll pass turn.
Okay. Hey, I drew another land. I probably shouldn't say that out loud sometimes.
Hey, if you're really that happy, man.
I mean, I was going to play it anyway, immediately. I've just been holding on to that. Tricked you.
Oh, you got me.
What do I want to do here? Let's go ahead and tap everything and play Mole Drifter. Flying 2/2 creature. When Mole Drifter enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards. Then has an evoke cost of 2 colorless, 1 blue. You may cast this spell for its evoke cost. If you do, it's sacrificed when it enters the battlefield. So I'm just going to take my 2 cards. And then I will... What do you got out there?
I've got a 3/2 and a 2/2.
I'll just go ahead and pass turn.
Alrighty. Untap. Draw. Play a Plains. Hardly. Dang. I'm gonna have to go on ahead and I'll go ahead and tap the 4 and bring back Mr. Odric Lunarch Marshal.
Okay.
And then I'll pass turn.
Okay. So I'm going to tap. I think I got it. Oh, go ahead and put this out first. Tap. That. And play Urban Evolution. Draw 3 cards. You may draw an additional land, or you may play an additional land this turn. So let me get my 3 cards. Of course, none of them are land. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit you for 2. Or swing at you for 2 anyway.
Alrighty, I'll take the 2.
And then pass turn.
Untap and draw.
I have 6 lands out.
Play planes. This is if I don't. Okay, this is a weird little thing, but I'm gonna do this.
This deck is fun.
Huh?
This deck is fun. I'd have a lot more fun if I had some more land, but this deck is cool.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and that'll work. I'm gonna tap 3, and I'm gonna play Unbreakable Formation. Sorry, I bumped the camera. Unbreakable Formation. Creatures that I control gain indestructible till end of turn. I cast it during my main phase. So, my creatures get a +1/+1 counter on them. And they gain vigilance until end of turn. Yes. So, 1, 1, and 1. And now I enter combat and I swing out. 4, 4, and 3.
I will block your 3/3 creature with Shark to Crab.
Alright. So, you block the 3/3 with your 5/5, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you take 8 damage.
Okay. Type that in. Not 3.
You can
32.
hit the arrows down also.
Yeah, I'd rather just type it in instead of clicky, clicky, clicky.
Okay. And then as the end of my turn, I play Volcanic Fallout. Volcanic Fallout deals 2 damage to each creature and each player.
Okay. So we'll take that down.
So I'll take 2. All of my creatures are indestructible, though, so they don't die. And then each of your creatures takes 2, killing both of them.
Okay.
and then I will pass turn.
Yeah, this is really shit. Well, the only thing I can do this turn that's worth a damn is to have all of that to play Splitting Image, and I'm going to copy Odric as a token.
Okay. You're copying Odric, so he's a 3/3.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
And then I'm going to have to pass turn because there's nothing else I can do.
Alrighty. Zero. Untap and draw. I will play Slayer's Stronghold for turn. It's a land. And I'll go on ahead and one, two, three. Yes, tap that. And I will equip Mask of Avacyn to my commander, Wyleth. He is now a 4/5 and has hexproof. I will enter combat and I will attack with everything.
Okay, I'll just have to take.
And because I attacked, and he has an equipment, I can draw a card.
Okay.
So now we can declare blockers or play anything.
I'm just gonna not.
No blocks?
No blocks.
All right. That's 4, 8, 12 damage, and 4 of it is commander damage.
Okay. You said 12 damage altogether?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 18. And 4 on the commander. All right. This might be over pretty quickly if I don't draw any more land. I mean, this whole deck is based off of playing land and having land and
Yeah. At the end of my my last main, I will play Orisco's Explorer and pass turn. Sorry if I moved that too fast.
Are you
Yeah, there's too much glare. I'm gonna leave it right there.
I was gonna say, are you using its effect?
No, you don't have more lands than me.
Oh, my bad. I didn't finish reading.
Yeah, I can search for a land if you had more, but I definitely have more than you. I'll pass the turn.
Yes, you do. Fuck off. Damn it, let's begin. Just bleep it if you have to.
Oh, I don't believe. Cussing is a part of life.
I don't believe in censorship. Eat my ass. This is just crap. Doesn't even make sense to play my commander because the effect is you have land. I'm just going to pay 2 to play the Signet. Simic Signet, my bad. And I don't have to ditch, but that's also not going to help. I guess I could play that as well. May as well. What the hell? I will play Ramanap Excavator. I can play lands from my graveyard, which comes in handy not whatsoever. And then I'll just pass turn.
Okay. Still cool. Building up a board.
I'm putting a bunch of crap out there that doesn't do anything.
Oh, well, no worries. All right.
Not for you, anyway.
Yeah, I'm fine with it, man.
I know you are.
All right, untap and draw. I will play a Plains.
Can I get one of those?
They're not for sale.
This isn't even a white deck. I'll take anything.
Don't worry, you'll probably get to like a clump of like 20 lands.
Oh, no, that was called my first draw. It was all lands.
Alrighty. You have a 2/3, a 3/3. Just those two creatures?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So I will... I'll go ahead and tap 2 here. You could have just did that. And tap the Slayer's Stronghold. And because I did that, I will be giving a target creature +2/+0, and they'll gain Vigilance and Haste until end of turn. Haste has no meaning whatsoever, but the +2 in Vigilance will... My Wylith will be receiving that pump. So he will now be, I'll declare attacks. Wylith, Odric, and the Slayer. They have to actually be tapped and attacking. So Odric's 4, Ironclad is 4, Wylith is 3, 4, 5, 6.
Is that 6 damage altogether, or?
Wylith is 6 on his own. Each other person here is 4.
Okay. So 14 damage. I'll just block the other 2 with my 2.
Okay. And you have I guess how do you want to do it? This guy here is a 4/4, and this guy here is a 4/3.
I will put my Odric copy on the 4/3.
Okay, understand. Alrighty. And then your other creature's toughness is 3?
Yeah, it's a 2/3.
Okay, because since they all have hexproof, by the way, but since he has trample and Odric's there, they all have trample. So 1 damage will run over to you. 1 damage from each actually will run over to you, and then you'll take the 6 damage from Wylith. So you'll take 8 total damage.
There's 10. Or I'm down to 10. Copy's gone. This guy is gone. And I'm screwed.
Yes, and then my Ironclad is gone.
Yay?
And I will pass turn.
All right. Oh, yay, I drew another land.
There you go.
Actually, since I'm about to die anyway, just let me do this one thing.
You're good.
I'm going to play my commander.
Nice.
I can play an additional land on my turn. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. So I'm going to do that. That did jack shit.
Nice. You got the 5/5.
And the sumbitch has vigilance, so that doesn't help. Wyleth is a what? 3/3?
Right now he is a 2, 3, 4, 4/5. Yeah, 4/5 with hexproof. And trample.
Okay.
Oh, I should have been drawing a card. I missed 2 card draws.
Oh, it is not going to matter, but yeah, you did. So, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to play my forest I just put in to tap this and add 2. Oh, never mind. What am I doing? I'm just going to tap the forest and put this on this guy.
Okay, I was hoping you'd do that. I figured that's what you'd end up doing.
I was reading the mana cost of the card, not the ability. Me dumb. Me can't read.
Awesome. You swinging 5?
Yeah, let's just go for it.
You swing 5?
Yep.
All right, man. I will tap 1 plains and 1 mountain and play Deflecting Palm. Let's try to get that pulled up. There we go. So when a source would deal damage to me, I prevent it and throw it back at you.
Okay, I'm down to 5.
And I flash in Dual Caster Mage. Dual Caster Mage, I can copy target instant or sorcery spell. I can choose new targets for the copy. Well, I don't. But so I throw another 5 your way.
And you win.
And that big game.
Wonderful.
And I don't know 100% if I played that sequence right.
But yeah, I don't know if you have to do the double cast mage before the deflecting palm, but I'm not going to worry about it.
Because I don't know if the instant has to be on the stack in order for me to cast the mage for it to... Because once the instant resolves, then I don't think I can copy anything. Because it doesn't say copy target instant or sorcery from graveyard. So I don't know the exact ruling of Dual Caster Mage. But you got what I meant.
Yes, I understand the function.
Awesome blossom, sir. Well, that definitely was fun.
Oh yeah, for one of us.
I think it was fun altogether. I appreciate.
Anyways, the next time we play these decks, I'm going to shuffle better.
There we go. Hells yeah.
And I'm also going to buy some sleeves.
Good idea. I'm going to actually look into seeing like the cards that I have and put together a little commander deck. So that will definitely be probably what my open challenge will be for Tabletop Tuesday, and see what I can do, because I'm thinking about building. I won't give it away, but I've got a good idea of what I want to try out in my next commander deck gameplay. Do you have any cards you may put together?
I don't have anything to put a commander deck together.
Damn it.
This one I can keep playing. Here's another clump of lambs.
Oh, shit.
There's some more. I'll reshuffle at some point and we'll replay this deck.
Alrighty.
Thank you for picking me up, by the way. This format's actually a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. Oh, yeah. Commander is a lot of fun. So thanks a lot for playing, Hippie. Thanks for tuning in to LeatherfaceMTG. And we'll see you next week on Tabletop Tuesday.